Essentially, Kpmg is the auditor for 1Mdb. However, after refusing to sign off on the FY13 accounts, Kpmg was fired as auditor in December 2013. On July 6, 1Mdb filed a lawsuit demanding more than $5.6 billion against Kpmg as they allegedly breached contract and negligence in 1Mdb's financial accounts for the fiscal years ending FY10, FY11, and FY12. In September 2010, after Ernst & Young, who was initially appointed to audit 1Mdb accounts, was unable to complete its audit owing to a lack of adequate relevant audit evidence in respect of the fair value and recoverability of 1Mdb's stated investment in its early joint venture, Dato Sri Najib Razak decided to terminate ENY as their statutory auditor, and Kpmg was appointed next. Kpmg began its audit work on September 14, 2010 and pledged to finish it within 18 days by October 4, 2010. However, on that date, the audit company provided its unqualified audit opinion. A total of $3.197 billion was stolen out of the $5.64 billion over the 3 fiscal years while Kpmg had been the auditor, particularly FY10, FY11, and FY12. According to the plaintiff, Kpmg's audited financial statement from 2010 to 2012 did not provide a truthful and fair representation of the state investment fund's financial operations. They said that if Kpmg had not been irresponsible, it would have been averted more misappropriations in the following years.
According to the case between Kpmg and 1Mdb, Kpmg was engaged in improper professional independence and professional behavior by violating the principle of ethic and professional conduct in accordance with Malaysia Institute of Account MIA bylaws. They deny allegations of negligence and breach of contract in its audit of 1Mdb financial statement from 2010 to 2012 that led Kpmg sued by 1Mdb. So this situation brings unprofessional conduct that bring discredit to the professions, including negligence in the performance of Kpmg duty as an auditor. Besides, they allege that Kpmg also issued unqualified opinion on 1Mdb financial statement and did not give a true and fair view of the financial affairs of 1Mdb. Regarding this issue, Kpmg did not provide a truthful and fair presentations in the performance, and result lead to the violating the principle of ethic and professional conduct in accordance with MIA bylaw under integrity. Apart from that, when integrity exists in all parts of auditing process, the auditing result is an audit that exhibits accuracy, completeness, and honesty.
There are 4 conditions to be fulfilled for negligence against an accountant by a client or by non-client third party. The conditions that have got to be fulfilled are the auditor or a requirement of care to the plaintiff to involve to a required standard of care, breach of duty of care to the plaintiff on the third part of the auditor, causal ratio or connection between the auditor negligence and plaintiff damage and effect, just and reasonable for the cost to impose a liability on the auditor. According to the case of Kpmg and 1Mdb, the auditor of Kpmg filed a lawsuit against 1Mdb, negligent contract breach, as well as a carelessness in the audit and certification of 1Mdb financial statement for the fiscal year ended March 31st, 2010, 2011, and 2012. Furthermore, before filing the July complaint against the Kpmg partners, it filed a $1 billion lawsuit in May against Wong and Partners, a third party, as well as lawyer Brian Chia for the breach of contractual and fiduciary responsibility, as well as dishonest assistance. AMMB Holding Berhad agreed to pay the Malaysian government $2.83 billion to settle an outstanding claim and action relating to the banking group's involvement.
In conclusion, the auditor independence should possess integrity, objectivity, competence and due care, confidentiality and professional behavior to avoid any issue of conflicts of interest. Based on the Kpmg and 1Mdb case, the auditor of Kpmg have performed an unprofessional behavior because they did not provide a true and fair view of financial statement and did not prepare an audit that exhibit accuracy, completeness and honesty. Next, the auditor should be aware of and implement to conflict of interest situation as well as eliminate self-interest traits which will inappropriately influence the professional behavior. If Kpmg had not been irresponsible, it would have averted more misappropriation in the following years. Therefore, the auditors should be diligent identifying traits and applying appropriate safeguards. And that's all from us, and thank you for listening.